Hello, here I am, late again. Someday I'm going to be on time. I don't know when, but someday. Crap down. I don't know what I'm doing. I, you know me, I can't do this shit straight. I got to have something token here. So there. Need something in my lungs to do this shit. So so Friday the 13th fell on a Saturday this month. That's kind of nice. So first hit today. Obviously. So yeah, I got to get a little of this in my lungs. Get started with the show. I'm late once again. So happy 420-ish. But I got the news right here. All the news I deem fit to read. So there, I dropped a bunch of shit on the floor. Crap. So contrary to what they've been telling us about the employment, people are quitting their jobs in droves. What's this? Windows security. I'm insecure. I don't need that. Anyway, a record 4.4 million people quit their jobs in September. This constitutes 3% of the workforce. Okay. That's like the population of New Zealand or some shit. That's up from the previous record of 4.3 million, which was August. Okay. So needless to say, that was about 2.9% of the workforce. What's going on? Pandemic-related layoffs. 0.3% of workers quit. So it's going on. What's going on here is that people are dissatisfied with their jobs. So they're quitting and finding new ones. And then when they're dissatisfied with that one, they quit and find a new one. And that's what's going on. There's a lot of job shifting. Okay. That's what's happening. People are leaving one job and going to another, and then leaving that one and going to another. And the industry that's been hit the most have been the hospitality industry, leisure and health services, and education. Teachers don't want to be in a classroom full of kids that might potentially be infected. Okay. So that's what's going on. People in the food service industry, health department, healthcare. These are the people who are potentially most vulnerable to infection. So they don't want to do it anymore. Surprise, surprise, surprise. People want to work in a safer environment. So they're leaving these jobs. Okay. Nobody wants to be exposed to the virus. So they're thinking, well, until those jobs are safer, I don't want to do them. Plus, those are the jobs that don't pay much. Okay. So why do you want to do a job that's high risk with low pay? So people are leaving those jobs in droves and not coming back to them. People who got laid off from those jobs aren't going back to them. So it's insanity for them, for the work people to think that they're going to come back to them. Okay. And plus, hey, dog, welcome aboard. William, welcome aboard to you too. I know it's true. That's what's going on. Okay. Why would you want to work in a high risk area that's low pay? Okay. It makes no sense. Okay. So those industries where an increase in COVID-19, it can make work. So that's what's going on, and nothing's going to change. Okay, until people get vaccinated. All right. This pandemic isn't going anywhere. It might end up to being an endemic. Okay. But it's still going to be around. The virus isn't going anywhere. Okay. So don't expect it to. Okay. It's here to stay. It's going to be like the flu. It's going to be around for a long, long time. And it's not going anywhere. Okay. I mean, there's a surge in COVID cases right now in states with high vaccination rates. Okay, in the past 2 weeks, Vermont, with the highest vax rate, has new daily cases up 49%. Okay, the vaccination in COVID cases, and they're the highest vaccinated state in the country. What the fuck's going on here? Okay. Same thing in New Hampshire. They have an 84% vaccination rate. Excuse me, a 63% vaccination rate, and their cases are up 84%. New Hampshire cases are up 46% with a 63% vaccination rate. Colorado has seen a 42% increase with a 62% vaccination rate. Same thing in Michigan. They have a 50% increase in cases with a 60% vaccination rate. So, I mean, this is going on all over the country. Okay. Massachusetts has a 24% increase in cases with a 70% vaccination rate. It's going on in Europe as well. It's the same thing over there. Okay. Here in Illinois, we have a 49% increase with a 60% vaccination rate. So, and natural immunity, you're 5 times, if you've already had COVID-19, you're 5 times more likely to be reinfected. Okay. People aren't getting boosters fast enough. That's slacked off. So far, hospitalizations have not gone up. This is good news. Okay. So it might be showing that it's maybe a sign that that vaccine coverage alone, with new therapeutic treatments, might be bringing this down. What booster? Well, I don't know when you have to wait 6 months after your second shot to get a booster. Okay, so the third shot is the booster I'm talking about. That's what booster. Okay. I'm due now. So I have a doctor's appointment coming up. I'm going to get my third shot fairly soon. So I wasn't due until November because I didn't get my second shot until April. So, but with the proper safety measures, and this could help prevent severe outbreaks, and that the virus is becoming the kind of threat that we can actually live with. Okay. So this reduction in hospitalizations, even though there's been an increase in the virus, is a good sign. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But this notion that I've already had the virus and I'm safe is horseshit. Okay. The potential for being reinfected is pretty high. So, wow, the weed of the week is Tangerine Haze, a sativa, and it's 26.32% THC. And it's damn good. Let me tell you that. I'm enjoying this. This is a repeat strain. I don't like to repeat strains, but as I said last week, I've been starving for sativas, and they just don't have that many. That's where they get you, the booster. Now the toaster is bound to stick to your arm. Yes, indeed. You'll definitely be magnetic after the third shot. no doubt. Okay. So, Judge Bruce Schroeder in the Kyle Rittenhouse murder trial, who seemed to be handing him an acquittal, made a decision yesterday which gave the prosecutors some hope for conviction. The AK-47 style rifle, which was illegally purchased for Rittenhouse by a friend, which Rittenhouse selected because he knew that if it was illegal for him to carry a handgun, of course, it was illegal for him to have an AK-47 style rifle too. But he knew that carrying a concealed weapon was illegal. So if he had a rifle, it was totally visible and couldn't be concealed. So he knew that was a safer bet. He also thought it looked cool, as he said in court. Oh, somebody's after me. Yeah. I just had to make sure it didn't go off again. I should put it on silent so we're not interrupted again. There. So, yeah, he thought it would be cool, be a cool weapon to have that he used to kill two people and injure another. So Judge Schroeder said he would instruct the jury that they can consider the prosecution's argument that Rittenhouse provoked an encounter with one of the two men he fatally shot during the protests last year. So Judge Schroeder has also been inclined to consider lesser charges, such as reckless instead of intentional homicide. Katie, welcome aboard. Good to see you. 500 National Guard troops have been put on standby, depending upon the outcome of the verdict, as to whether or not there'll be any violence. The kid's just an idiot. Give him a year per bullet shot and 5 years for each death. Well, he faces life. Okay. So, and I didn't fall for the crocodile tears in court. I'm sorry. I don't know if anybody else did, but first of all, the first person he shot, he aimed the rifle at him, and the guy put his hands up to show he was not armed. Even though he kept running at him, he showed he wasn't armed. And Rittenhouse claims the guy grabbed his gun and attempted to pull it off his body, and he could feel the strap letting go, and that's when he fired at him. Except if you watch the video, the guy gets about 2 feet from him when Rittenhouse puts 4 rounds in him. So he never touches his fucking gun. Okay, and I think that's the homicide the judge is talking about. That was unprovoked. Okay. I would hope he's found guilty of at least that particular shooting. Still being attacked even after warning you shoot. Well, yeah, but he's being attacked by an unarmed man. Okay. I don't think shooting him was that was justification for shooting him. I mean, if he wouldn't have had the rifle, then he could have fought him off, right? The same way you would fight somebody off if they were attacking you. He wouldn't have been attacked if he wouldn't have had the rifle. Okay? He was only being attacked because he was aiming a rifle at people. All right? And then after he shot him, he was asked, why did you shoot that person? And he said, because he was armed. Okay? He said, because he had a gun. So he lied about why he shot him to somebody on the street. And then he ran into a friend of his and he said, I didn't shoot anybody. So he lied again about it. So he knew what he did was wrong because he denied doing it twice. Okay. So the kid's full of shit and he's a murderer. Okay. And he was there to provide first aid, according to him, but he made no attempt whatsoever to provide first aid to the people he shot. Okay. So, and he's not an innocent. And he had his picture taken in the past with the Proud Boys. So he's not the innocent he perceives. He expects people to believe. You don't hang out with the Proud Boys and beat the shit out of a teenage girl and then play this innocent kid in court. Okay, he's not innocent, and he's not guilty. And his mommy drive him. Yeah. Well, no, the AK was actually bought in Wisconsin by a friend of his because he couldn't buy it. Okay. So it was purchased illegally. He put himself in that position. But in that position, yes, shoot. Well, I'm sorry. If he wouldn't have had the gun, he wouldn't have been in that position. Okay. So he shouldn't have had the gun to begin with. You can administer first aid without a weapon. And if that's what he was there to do, then he didn't need the fucking weapon. He's guilty, 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 as far as I'm concerned. So, former White House Chief of Staff. Wait, I missed something. Oh, here we go. Missed a page. Buds, welcome aboard. Good to see ya. So the Fifth Circuit Federal Appeals Court in New Orleans has halted the Biden administration vaccine or testing requirement for private businesses that do business with the government, delivering another setback for the White House's signature public health policies. The three-judge panel, consisting of one judge appointed by Reagan and two by Trump, okay, they ruled Friday, calling the requirement a mandate. The court said that the rule grossly exceeded OSHA's statutory authority. The Fifth Circuit, by the way, is considered to be the most conservative appeals court in the country. So that might explain why they ruled the way they did. So unfortunately, those government contracts will be going to people whether or not they're testing their employees or whether or not their employees are vaccinated. That's unfortunate because I thought that was a good way to get people vaccinated. Oh well. So Steve Bannon has been charged with for his failure to appear and present documents that last month relative to the January 6th attack on the Capitol. He indictment handed down. Normally, this would take several months for the Justice Department, for the Attorney's Department to make a move on someone. So I know a month doesn't seem like quick movement by them, but it is. Okay. So Bannon plans to turn himself in on Monday. So we'll see if that actually happens. wait and see. So, former Trump White House Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, is facing a criminal referral to the Justice Department as well for his contempt of Congress after he was a no-show after being subpoenaed to appear before the House Select Committee investigating the January 6th Capitol riots. The committee believes that Meadows was at Trump's side much of the day on January 6th, and that therefore he has exclusive information that would be vital to the committee's investigation. So we'll see. So the attorneys for Meadows said he will not appear until a court rules whether he could be compelled to testify and whether he had to answer questions. So we'll see. That's all the news that's fit for me to bother with. So, hi. Not yet, but I'm working on it. So, how's everybody out there? Everybody feeling good? Working on your Saturday buzz? This is Tangerine Haze. What's everybody else smoking? Let me know. Give me a hint. Hey, buds, I had a question to ask you. What was it? Well. Harley Hash. Nice. You gave me some seeds last spring, and I sprouted one of them. What was it? Because that's what I'm going to harvest on Thanksgiving. I know I've had it in grow since March, and then I put it into flower in late August, I believe. And I'll be harvested on Thanksgiving. But I don't remember what the strain was. Black Panther. Love how court orders mean nothing to men in politics. Yeah, well, they're going to start meaning something when they start handing down jail terms, okay? Because that's what's going to happen. Strawberry glue. Ooh. I just don't remember what seed you gave me, but I kept it in. I kept it in. I kept it in veg for a real long time because I was holding a clone for a friend of mine, and she was out of town. So I had this clone growing in the tent there, and I couldn't put it into flower till she came back. So it have to be the Holy Grail and Bubba Kush, I think. No, the Holy Grail is the one I harvested recently. This would be something else before the Holy Grail. It was maybe you remember, dog. It wasn't Holy Grail and Bubba Kush. It was something else. No, it wasn't White Widow. I already smoked the White Widow. That was what I harvested back then in the spring. This was in between. In between the Holy Grail and the White Widow. Okay. Well, It's really sticky. And I vowed I'd wait till Thanksgiving to harvest it. So I think it's in like week 7. So Thanksgiving will be like the end of week 8, I believe, unless I'm off a week. What fun would that be? Then I wouldn't have any time to scratch my head. I can't sit around and go, what was that now? Wouldn't be able to do that. Was that a straw glue that I passed on from buds germinating? No. I grew this from seed. Remember, it looked like a tree when I first started. It looked like a Christmas tree. The nodes were so short. It just stacked one on top of the other. Boom, 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 boom. And it was about this tall, and it was about 6 layers thick. So the growth was real stunted in the beginning. Didn't get real tall, but it had a lot of leaves. That was when I was experimenting with light. No, it's not a strawberry glue. It had no berry in the name. It had a weird name, but there was no berries in it. There's no glue in it either. Push. It had a weird name. I just don't recall. But it's going to be good. I know that. I just know it's going to be good. Huh? I don't care. At this point, I don't care. It's going to get me stoned. I know that. I mean, the trichomes on the thing are crazy. It's just loaded. So I don't care. I'll name it myself. Weed. I'm going to call it weed. I think that's what I'll call it. Just going to call it weed. That'll work for me. You're getting trichomes? Are you really? Well, it's the only strain in the world that will sober you up, and you have it. God, I hope not. All the trichomes are on the underside of the leaves. Yeah. Negative weed. Harvest is around the corner. Yeah, you don't want to get too brown to be putting you out. Mine are still all white or clear, mostly white, milky. Maybe by Thanksgiving I'll start getting some brown ones. Who knows? But I've been taking pictures every couple of days. But I deleted them off from my phone. I had nothing to do at the doctor's office the other day, so I started deleting pictures on my phone. So I deleted all the weed pictures. So Just started today with the amber. Oh, I didn't take any pictures today. Now that I'm on daylight saving time, the thing shuts down an hour earlier than it did before. So I slept a lot last night. I went to bed at 9:30 and I didn't get up until 11:30 today. So I got a good night's sleep. And I feel energized. I guess I needed it. So I'm pleased with myself for giving myself a chance to rest that much. Because I have a tendency to stay up too late. I call it insomnia, but I'll be up till 2 or 3 in the morning. And I think it's more of a refusal to go to bed early than it is actual insomnia. I think I'm just a dumbass who just won't go to bed when he should. Okay. I really think that's what it is. And if you go to bed before 10 o'clock, especially women, they go to bed before 10 o'clock, your heart is stronger. So you are more heart healthy if you go to bed before 10 o'clock. So keep that in mind, folks. Oh, and Trump threw Pence under the bus this week. Sleep is so boring. I don't know if you heard that or not, but Trump said, what about those chants on January 6th? Hang Mike Pence, hang Mike Pence. And he said, well, they were angry. They were angry, and he wasn't worried about him. He says he was pretty sure he was safe. So fucking Capitol building was under siege, and well, they were angry. Of course, they wanted to hang him. They were angry. Wagon train is on from 12 to 1. I see. You got to stay up, right? Of course, you couldn't record it or nothing. Wouldn't think of doing that, huh, buds? Two episodes. Oh, at 2. I see. 12 to 2. Logical. Right, Doug? It's logical. They were angry. Well, he also said, how could he go up there and, endorse a logic, endorse an invalid vote, an illegal vote, No, you couldn't record it, huh? Out of the question. You were recording a video at 3 a.m. Yeah, but you weren't going to watch it, though. And I catch myself doing that. I'm watching something. I say, well, I should record this. Then I'll record it and sit there watching it while it's recording. Rather than change channels and watch something else. I'll sit there and watch the thing that's being recorded. What a dumbass. From the king of stability. Yeah. I never said I was stable. If I was stable, I could stop going to see a shrink. I don't see that happening. No, I'm far from stable. Not for TV, for my channel. Oh, I see. Yeah, well, oftentimes I'll record something on the news that I want to use on my show, and then I forget to watch it to use on my show. Okay. Like I'm sure there's stuff that Spliffy is a new normal. I'm fucked. Well, yeah, you are. Yes, if I'm the new normal, you're definitely fucked. But I'm sure that there are things that are recorded on my television right now that I planned on using on today's show and completely forgot about. Okay. Well, I know you do. I know I haven't had a chance to watch today's, although I already know the answer. But I'm not going to tell. How's that? I was busy working on my show, so I didn't watch yours yet, but I will. But for you others out there, you haven't turned on your TV in over a year? Oh. You watch everything on your laptop, do you? Or your computer, whichever you have. Your PC. How dare you forget? Who are you, Biden? The answer is 4. Okay, you can give it away. It's your show. I wasn't going to do it. It's not up to me. You know me, I'm not about to share any secrets because they're secret. You know, but if you want to tell them, that's your business. No, I'm not Biden. I can forget. I have that right. Phone, tablets, and Matchbook Pro for streaming services. I see. I got the Wi-Fi on my TV now. Can watch YouTube on it. Yeah, I can watch YouTube on my TV. I can watch it through Prime. They have Wi-Fi on my television. Or I could mirror from my phone too. Why the 4? That is the question. No, that's the answer. You said 4 is the answer. Can't be the question. Can't be both the question and the answer. Unless, why is 4 the 4? Or what's it for? What's the 4 for? What's it for? No, I haven't. You're confusing me. Stop it. Making my head hurt. BS, he told secrets. You told me who shot JFK. Yeah, I did. It's no secret. It was the CIA. But it was accidental. He was shot by the CIA in the car behind him, but it was accidental. Want me to explain that? Because I will. Guy stood up in the car behind him, drew his weapon. The car stopped. He jerked. His gun went off. And that's the second bullet that hit JFK of the other caliber that they speak of. It's an accidental shot. They'll never admit it. Not CIA, Secret Service. They'll never admit it. Now prove it. Well, of course, they'll never admit it. Here you go. My fingernails are changing color from blue to purple to burgundy. What does that mean? Does that mean I told the truth? Did I speak facts? Not in evidence? He stood up the car to see where the shots came from, and he drew his weapon in order to return fire. The car jerked. He lurched forward. His weapon went off. That's what happened. No, we all know it was the guy that pulled the trigger. No one else could have done it. I'm not saying I'm not saying Oswald didn't shoot him. I'm just saying the second round, the one they have never identified. They have a holographic polish on them. Oh, cool. You'll be staring at that all day. Yeah. A new trip toy for Katie, her fingernails. You should wear that when you do the shrooms. Old polish. What, from the 70s? 60s, 70s? From your psychedelic era? Probably go with when your hair was metallic. That probably would have gone well with that, huh? Be fun to put on with an altered state. Yeah, I guess it would be. You'd be probably painting it on all sorts of things. Yeah, it would look good with the metallic hair, huh? Yeah. I decided I'm no longer going two-tone. I'm kind of liking the monochromatic look. So, bottle's almost empty. Oh, I wonder if it's still available somewhere. Should maybe go on Amazon and look. Maybe they still sell that stuff. Yeah. And now that my hair is fading and I'm getting white at the temples, I think I'm a more distinguished looking purple haired guy. So. Now they're golden red. Oh, that's an interesting combination too, to change from gold red. That's nice. There's probably other combinations too. I bet you there's like black gold or something too. Because they have that with like car paint too, you know, two-tone car paint, holographic. They have lots of colors of this shit on Amazon. Oh, but yours is three-tone or something, right? That's even cooler. So I got the price tag on my foundation and French drain, and it's not pretty. It's different as it's drying. Oh, nice. That would be real trippy then to put on while you're under the influence. While you're in an altered state. That was a cool movie, Altered States. 35K? No, 20. Not bad, eh? I had a t-shirt back in the day and it would change color with body heat. Oh, that's nice. Of course, then I have to have the roof torn off and the rotting timbers replaced and all of that, you know. You want an ASO chamber like that? Dug all my French drains. Oh, I only need one. And I ain't digging it. I ain't digging shit. Hopefully that includes digging out my crawl space. Burn it down and start over. Yeah, I should. Could have a grease fire or something in the kitchen. This place would go up like a match, you know that. You have polish that does that too? Oh, cool. Yeah, I probably all in all, it'll end up costing me, what, 25 maybe? You know, with the roof reconstruction. He's coming over probably one day this week to patch the roof. He's got this rubber shit that will seal up the crack. And it's like I don't know, some kind of a rubber seal strip that he can put in there. He took pictures of it, showed me pictures where the holes are. And he's got this rubber strip he said he could put in there and stop the leaking temporarily. That's going to cost me $5. So, but at least it won't leak throughout the, you know, until he can get around to doing the repairs. Elastometric coating. I'm not sure. That might be it. So he's going to come over and take care of that. He says he needs a couple of dry days before he can do it. So That's the problem lately, is stringing together a couple of dry days around here. So we'll see what happens. And all this is way more than $1. I have had matches. I have matches. Okay. I don't understand what you mean. But hopefully I can hopefully I can sell some shit to pay for some of this. You know. Oh, hopefully you have matches. I see. Yeah. I understand. Well, might not be a joke. But yeah, I have some things I can sell, raise some of it at least. So sell Marilyn's jewelry and my coin collection. So, you know, I got stuff I can get rid of that I wanted to get rid of anyway. So I just wanted to spend it on fun things. I didn't want to have to spend it on this. You know, I was looking forward to maybe another trip to Europe, but it's kind of puts a kibosh on that. So I was looking forward to a luxury trip to Europe. Like I was thinking of staying in the at least one night in the John and Yoko suite at the Amsterdam Hilton. You know, something like that. Something really memorable. So I'll have to take that off my bucket list, write it down and then scratch it off, you know, because I won't be able to do it. So I can't put it on the checklist. I'll have to just scratch it off. So Seeker, welcome aboard. We were just talking about I'm going to have to spend about $25,000 on my house. So not a pleasant thought. So what are you going to do? Needs repair. It needs repair. Everything in my glass is frozen. I have a slushy here. I have to add some more liquid. So let's talk about something less depressing. Yeah, and I'll be paying for it for a long time forward too. Okay, that's the only problem. So you know, maybe I could just finance half of it and take the rest out of my savings. Between $1,800 and $2,300 per night for John and Yoko through room. Well, it'd be fun. You know, just one night. It's a suite after all. It's not just a room, it's a suite. And I don't think the Hilton even has a pool. I stayed at a hotel with a pool in Amsterdam. I think one of 2 5-star hotels in Amsterdam. So the other one is the Krasnopolski, I believe is the name of it. That's a 5-star hotel. So but went aloft for a month. Relax. No. Miss some lives again. We'll miss some more. Am readjusting life. Be less addicted to internet. Ah. Yeah, well, that's probably a good idea. It's a good idea to be less addicted to electronics altogether, I think. You know, I'm trying to read more. And I don't mean on a screen. Actual books. So I guess that means I'm on less too. So I think that's good for me. Really bright light. That's the only thing that seemed to be fading about my vision. I mean, I have good vision otherwise. I have to wear reading glasses, but other than that, I got bad with it. Nearly ditched all of it, but loved you also. Was motivated to not go full hermit. I see. Well, thanks. I appreciate your company. So. Wish I could move this further closer to me, but I can't. I guess it could make the print a little larger. Let's see. See where that takes me. Oh, that's okay. I have one eye that, the left one, that gives me trouble. And the trouble is, I can't keep it open enough. So things get blurry on the left side. It used to open too much, like way too much. So they stitched it shut on the side so it wouldn't do that anymore. Now I have a hard time keeping it open because the lid is stretched out. I don't mean talking weird shit, but that's my problem. So, like I say, that's my problem. Oh, we missed 420 again. I missed it opening the show. So happy 421. Yeah, we're all pretty human here. I would hope. I don't think we have any lizard folk, except maybe dog. Just want to see if you're paying attention. Wasn't sure. I just come out to do the show. The rest of the time I live underground. I thought you knew that. You come over here. You see me come out of my hole. Making oatmeal. Oh. Should feed it to your plants like Katie does. So do you have a grow going now, dog? I need to start something. I haven't started anything. I don't know why. Just been lazy. But I should. I should start something. And I have to get a humidifier going too. 2 plants, 4 weeks. Are you doing the autoflowers? You live in your head. It is spacious. Yeah, well, sometimes I think this house is too spacious. I'd like to live in like an efficiency apartment, like I did when I started out, you know? I mean, what more do you need than a bathroom and a kitchenette? You know, a bedroom, small sitting area. The echoes are deafening. Stony, welcome aboard. You just missed 420. You got some catching up to do. Liking having small living spaces. Yeah, I could go back to that, you know. I mean, we downsized coming here. And that was 21 years ago. So I could downsize again. Tried to pop one auto, and it came out of shell and then did nothing. Oh. Well, I could see where that would happen. I just I don't know. Everybody I talked to that's tried said they were more trouble than they were worth. So, you know, John tried auto flowers too, and he had very little response. Harley's Ken Shroom chocolate. Ooh. We can all read Stony by now. Don't you realize that? Give up when correcting yourself. Ooh. Lululand. Who don't? That was a good hit. I'm like buzzing, floating somewhere here. That was a good hit. Did you know there's only one person watching right now, according to my number up here? Well, that was a good one. feel like the drunk dude in the bar. It's overly friendly. I love you guys so much, man. I've been smoking Harley hash for 3 days straight. Well, good for you, Katie. Well, I'll be there in about 20 minutes. Regulars weren't in stock. Don't know what I'm smoking. Ripped the weed name right off the bag when opening it. Might be in a rush. Yes, you might. I think we're all in a rush. And what a rush it is. We're in a rush and dog is doing oatmeal. Just sprinkle a little something on the oatmeal, dog. Says one watching again. Stopping. Look. Says one watching again. So I'm the only one paying attention. I says, yes. Stoney would not stop looking at my hands with these nails. I see. Love your nails. Palmolive? That's what it is. You're all in the chat, but there's only one person paying attention. I gotcha. Oatmeal is stale. Going for corned beef hash in a tortilla with cheese. I see. How do you make stale oatmeal? Oatmeal never goes stale. I have Halo nail polish. Yes, holographic. Now, how does oatmeal go stale? It's dried shit and it keeps forever. Oatmeal is microbe friendly. Dogs sprinkle a bit on soil. You get mucilum. Yeah. Gets damp and dries in a clump. Oatmeal snowballs. You just cook it. It's only going to get damp in the water. Yeah, just boil the fuck out of it. Yeah. It's still going to be oatmeal. Yeah, don't throw it out. Mix it in your soil. Sure. Yeah, like decarbing your oatmeal. Just cook the clump. Eventually it'll be oatmeal. It might be lumpy, but it'll be oatmeal. Activate activates the THC. Wait, what? I think he's going for the corned beef hash in the tortilla. Oh, now there's three of you paying attention. There was only one of you paying attention a little while ago. Yeah, see, I told you. He went for the corned beef hash and the tortilla. You know what humans are? The only animal that has to decarb. You got a bad card, man. We're the only ones that have to decarb. Well, you decarb as you smoke, though. So you can just smoke. And then you don't have to make edibles. Can you imagine? We didn't need to decarb. Nobody would toke. Yeah. Maybe. I still like the taste of weed. And I know you do. Because you're like a chimney. Yeah. First of all, you don't have to wait around to make the fucking edibles. And you don't have to wait around to decarb. You'd miss your lemon. I'd miss my caramels. But I can just buy concentrates and make the fucking caramels and still smoke. So there's always that. And we have a completely new soil mix. Oh, really? Something new you're trying out, huh? Something you dreamed up. Something you're going to try. Well, it's a mix you used 4 years ago. Something special, huh? Don't know why you went astray. You like to smoke. Does me all right. It's good enough at doing the thing that I dug through trash to retrieve name. Oh, Cali OG Kush and Haze XSCF. I do not. FK sounds too fancy for me. Hendricus amendments. Oh. KKK. Okay. Yep. Liking that stuff, huh? You interested in a new big bong? I'd like to look at it. Or them. And then price matters. I'm not a wealthy man. You know, I'm on a fixed income. So show me what you got. We can talk. Be there about noon tomorrow. Okay. I got doubles now. Oh, okay. Fastest grow hair on a man's body is ears and why? Fastest grow on a man's body is ears and why? I don't know. I don't know, why does ear grow fastest in a man's ear on his whole body? But does seem to be so, though. So we can block out the woman's voice. That would make sense. If you can go to court and use Google as your defending attorney. Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. They'll be defending themselves pretty soon, won't they? If they're not already, right? I mean, seriously. I mean, they'll be defending themselves. You know, along with all the rest. I mean, they're monopolizing things, aren't they? Seems to me. But I really like using Google. The light olivish color of the buds had me selecting the sativa strain over the others. Doesn't always work in finding the chem combo I seek, but often enough that I'm sticking with it. Light green, nice. Yeah, I do like sativas. And it upsets me that there were like 5 sativas out of the list of like 60 some strains available. Okay. Green crack was pale. He who defends himself has a fool for a client, or so I hear. Yeah. Google knows all, Katie. Hee. Yeah, they seem to think so. Oh no. What'd I do here? Oh, here we go. Yeah, if you don't believe that, just ask them. I looked up if Vegemite was legal in the US. Google says yes. No. Perfect. Okay. Color reminds me of the brickweed. First started smoking on. Some of that was phenomenal for a bind, but whack for the lungs. But this bag of buds, ricked. No, you can certainly tell that. Just contradicted. Deny, just contradict, deny. I see. So you can believe everything they say. Right? They were a definite maybe. I found some, I know I'm having really trouble with I found some badass World War II Russian, maybe SPLIFFY movies. Really? I'll tell you, there's an American propaganda movie from World War II where they really play up how positive communism is. You know, how taking the kids away from the families was such a good idea, putting them in camps so they all learn the same stuff, you know, indoctrination. Sorry, I had my typing hand under a UV light to set my epoxy gel top coat. Okay. That's okay. Whatever you have to do. How much of Google remains human? I don't know. Here's one. Okay. I will. Not now, though. Because I'm watching the chat. It's like combat, but Russian. Oh, cool. There was a series. I don't think it's on anymore, though. It was on Prime, and it was a Romanian TV series, like a like a cop series. Okay, from behind but it was when the wall was still up, and it was Dog and I watched it. Now your fingernails are hard enough to be weapons. All right. In that case, we're all going to stay home. So anyway, it was the language was in Romanian, but I got a real short screen here, folks, so it's going to be hard to read and talk. I got a pinched nerve in my neck that's making my whole right arm hurt, and my hand. The new She-Hulk. Really? Dog insists on being petted through the movie? No, but this was a TV series, this cop series. I don't remember the name of it. Maybe Dog does. I don't know. But it was all spoken in Romanian, but they dubbed it in English with the actual dialogue. Okay. They didn't dub it in. They had it in subtitles. So you heard it in Romanian, but they dubbed it in English subtitles with the actual dialogue. And they played up Americans as being really decadent and everything. And I mean, they went to the U.S. Embassy, and there were fat guys sitting in the lobby playing cards and eating hamburgers. Okay. They went in to meet with the ambassador, and she was this real hot chick, and she had like money all over her desk and stuff. And it was really weird. And they were investigating this. They found this piece of leather, this leather patch. and they didn't know what it meant. It said Jordaki on it, and it was really Jordache. Okay, so they were inventing it, and they found out that it was these people were selling them off the back of a truck, and they thought it was some big international conspiracy that the Americans were perpetrating, and that's why they went to the embassy. It was so fucking strange. And then they come upon this guy, this graffiti artist, okay, painting on the side of a building, and they arrest him. And what's he painting? A picture of Jesus, okay? Okay? And that's what they bust him for painting a picture of Jesus on a wall, okay? It was absolutely hysterical, okay? I mean, the whole fucking series was just so fucking weird. Every episode was a different story, okay? And they come across this car, and he notices that the seat covers on this in the back seat of this car are the wrong color for that model, okay? Yeah, right. Western propaganda, Jesus, Okay, religion was like banned or some shit, So, and then there's this other episode where he notices that the seat covers in the back seat of this particular model of car are the wrong color. So he rips out the seats, and behind the seats, he finds this box. And on the outside of it is this word, and he doesn't understand what it is. He says, "What is this? Monopoly." Okay. So they take this game back to the fucking police station, and they're confused by it. Okay. And it's Monopoly, of course. So they know the perfect people to take it to, and it's this old couple that's imprisoned. All right. Yeah, Monopoly. So they take it to this old couple that's imprisoned because they got busted for being capitalistic. Okay. So they take it to this old couple, and they explained that it was a game that was created in the 30s during the Depression to encourage young people to be capitalists, okay, even though they were broke. All right. So the two cops leave the prison, and this guy said, "Well, they were really quite informative and all of this." And he says, "Yes, they were." And he says, "Well, how do you know these people?" He says, "They were my parents." It's just the craziest fucking series. I wish I could remember the name of it. I don't know that it's even on Prime anymore, but it was absolutely hysterical. Okay, but you could tell that they were telling the actual story because there were words that you could recognize, like Monopoly and Jordaki and all this. And you'd see the shit, you'd see the Monopoly game, and you'd see the Jordache patch. And oh, it was just funny as fuck, Oh man. It was fucking just hilarious. One crazy fucking show. Man. And then, instead of kids in the opening of the show, they'd be walking down the street. This one cop would be walking down the street, and instead of there being kids breakdancing on a piece of cardboard on the street, okay, like you'd expect to see in America in the 80s, it's kids doing ballet, okay? All right? He walks past these kids doing ballet on the street instead of breakdancing. Fucking crazy shit, man. It was really nuts. But it was a Romanian cop show, like Starsky and Hutch or some shit. Only it was really weird. 2 pounds. Ooh. Nice. Nice indeed. Roy. All right. Someday in my near future, maybe in the spring, I'll grow some Roy. But I still want to see if I can pop this ice cream cake, I think it was, the found seed. So ice cream cookies, that's what it was. Super lemon lays too. Ooh, super lemon lays. Okay. I'm stoned. Your absolute fave. All right. Nice. Yeah, I'd like to try some super ham and lays sometime. Moon boops and now I'm doing okay. I read it first and I had Snoop's name in my head and I said moon boops. Okay. Moon boots and Snoop's. Okay, there it goes. I have a bunch of Colorado mystery seeds. I want to pop one. Why, sure. Amazing, huh? Boots. Boots. Yeah, you should. I'm not too stoned. It's a good thing only one is listening. My body is higher than my brain. No, I can't say that. I think my brain's still higher than my body. I don't know, but they're both off the ground. I do know that much. They're higher than this chair. I got to watch out for the ceiling fan. But you'd like to pee. Well, go ahead. Nobody's stopping you. Doesn't mean you have to get up, does it? Nobody said you had to get up. Your depends is about full. Oh, yeah, that depends. Oh. I think I might have a longer roach than this. Let's see. They're about the same. Oh my. You guys are a lot of fun. When they get full, he lifts me up the crap. My butt. I see. Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. It's a saggy ass, a soggy ass that you got to watch out for. It's spills out. Yeah. Yeah, but the brands, there's seal up better around your ass. Swamp ass issues. Yeah, ensues. Yes, it does. Yeah, I understand. Not at all. Never worm, never will. I'd rather my bladder exploded. Okay. Huggies hold up to 60 pounds. I'm not worried about pounds so much as I am fluid ounces. Okay. We had a happy hour bladder bust at my tavern for a while. Dollar beers until you had toppy. Oh, until you had to pee. I got you. I see. Oh, I can last a long time. So you'd be surprised. I can drink a lot of beer and not pee. Although we keep talking about this, and I'm going to have to end the show. It's a long walk to the bathroom. And my age sometimes takes a while just to get started. It's damn near 6 gallons. I never got past 6 beers till I burst. Really? Oh, I could beat 6 beers. I could definitely beat 6 beers. I mean, you're talking drafts, right? That's not a problem. Some never peed. Ever soaked in a hot tub on cold nights until tub had cooled and body and mind had gelled so much with the whiskey and weed that it took every ounce of being to get out of that cold tub? Well, if you peed, how cold could it get? I'm just saying. Or fall asleep in a sweet hot bathtub, but wake up in a freezing ass casket of water. Nuts gone. Shrunk up inside you. I'm not much for baths and hot tubs. I stay away from those things with high blood pressure. I tend to stay away from that sort of thing. 2-inch Wiener Schnitzel. Bye, Doug. Thanks for coming aboard. Take care out there. Inverted for heat. Not enough whiskey in the world to pee at a rate fast enough to warm the mountain tubs. I see. I like spoons. Epsom salt baths. I see. No, I did cool showers. So yeah, I don't do the hot water thing at all. I kind of stick to the cool stuff. Someone bogarted your bong, fuckers. Oh, sure they did. And what fuckers would those be? I mean, who'd take your bunk? Who's around that would take your bunk? Warden holding it for ransom? Cold water got cold, but for a while, it was still better than the chill air. There's torturous moments when mind wants. I'm having a hard time with my eye. When the mind wants on Star Trek tech, so we can pop out of there straight in warm harem. Yeah, I see what you mean. Free people's harem. Cuddle up. Yeah. Yeah, someplace warm with bodies. I understand. Transported right into the warm entrance of living women of matriarch metal. Yeah, but not that old. Oh, of loving women of matriarch metal. Yes. But not of matriarchal age. If you catch my meaning and you get my drift. You want living women, though, too, right? I mean, you want both. You want them to be living and loving. Spirited as free beings and with motherly medicine. Fierce with love for tribe. Okay. Living love large. Okay. Would you mind if they had love for you? I mean, in a physical sense? Would that be okay? Or am I being intrusive? If I am, just say so. And we'll move on. Mamba bear with cubs kind of a thing. but thinking bigger scale. I got you. Oh, I just asked if they're offered you physical love, would you be acceptable to that? And if I'm being too invasive, just say so. Indeed, you would. Okay, then. With caring and sharing. Oh, yeah. What's it getting to be? Uh, I should probably wrap it up, folks. I gotta see what Mrs. Spliffy wants to do for dinner. Been over 20 years for you. No kidding. Most recent was a rub and tug that didn't do it. I can understand, believe me. Double pepperoni and sausage pizza ordered. Ah, pizza. There's a thought. Yeah, we usually do sausage, mushroom, and pepperoni. So, welcome if does. I see. I understand. Stay spliffy? Yeah, you want me to stick around? Okay, I'll stick around. I'll stick around. I'm not that hungry, to tell you the truth. I made myself an egg with a slice of rye toast for breakfast, so I'm pretty much covered. I like it hot, like Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe. A Hollywood tragedy, huh? I think she just overdosed, personally. Grilled chicken and cheddar on marble rye pumpernickel. Oh, nice. I don't know. Maybe we'll order something else. They have remarkably good grilled shrimp at the corner in Braidwood, which is where we would get the pizza anyway. I think she was a dim-witted blonde, spoon-fed. Actually, she had a hard life coming up, and chubby. Boom. Once I get a bit of the cuddle warmth, I might like it hot and spicy again. But if I want for anything, then I want for the company of intimate friend again. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Hey, nobody's listening. I know what you mean. Out for pizza with my brother. Well, have a good one. Thanks for coming aboard. See you Tuesday, hopefully. And I'll play some music. My brain ain't caught up with my heart yet, though. Run's still a thing. I really don't know. I really don't know what time this Thursday show is. You're hungry too, huh? Sunday, you meant? No, I don't know what. I don't. No, I don't know what time his show is. He confuses me. Actually, tomorrow he's coming over here. So I don't know that what time he's doing his Sunday show. I guess after he leaves here, and I know he'll be here from noon to probably about 5 or 6 my time, Central. So Central Standard Time now till March. So he usually goes home around 5, leaves here about 5:30 or so, and he takes the long way home because he's afraid of the town of Essex. No, town of Elwood. Like Elwood Blues, which is where Elwood Blues got his name. His dog lives in Joliet, like Joliet Jake and Elwood Blues. And he doesn't like to go through the town of Elwood. We haven't made any gummies in a long time. But I do want to make a batch of caramels real soon, because caramels I can do by myself. Gummies, I'm too shaky to pour them. So he has to be here at least to pour the gummies. So, but we haven't made gummies in a long time. Caramels are easy. I can make those. So that's a microwave thing, and I can pour out of a bowl into one big pan. The gummies you have to pour into the molds, and I'm a little too shaky to do that. So, but we need to talk about that, because I have all the stuff, and rather than make it from a tincture, we can just, now that I have food grade propylene glycol, we could just make it from concentrates, that we get from the dispensary. So it's safe, and easier and safer from a manufacturing standpoint too, because we can't blow ourselves up on the stove or anything. There are towns I don't like passing through. Some like Lodi or sticky. I understand. Yeah, Elwood is just a very short stretch. But he's been stopped going through there a couple of times. And the last time, he doesn't drink. And the last time they wanted him to step out of the truck and take a sobriety test. And if it wasn't for the county police coming along and questioning what was going on, he probably would have gotten a DUI for no reason at all, because he wouldn't have taken a breathalyzer test. And it was like, because they wanted to know where he was going and where he was coming from. And he wouldn't answer questions like that because it's really none of their business, So, then, if you don't want to answer the questions, then there must be something wrong. Well, there's nothing wrong. It's just you have a right to not answer those kind of questions, So, and it's just I don't think in passing through Elwood along Route 53, I don't think you're in their jurisdiction for more than half a mile. And they patrol that half mile with earnest. Okay. I mean, they're just, yeah. I mean, you really have to watch your speed. And he has a conspicuous vehicle. He drives a smart car with a rack on the back for his electric vehicle, his little runabout for his, because he's disabled. He has a little electric thingy. So he has a rack on the back for that, so he's really obvious, easy to see, spot. So, have you seen the video? I think the red racer, no, his car's blue, but it's, like I say, it's a smart car. So it's conspicuous by its size, so he stands out, but I can see why he wants to avoid the area. Oh, you were thinking the scooter, yeah. So it's a pity that he has to go so much further on the and on the interstate, and being on the interstate in that little thing that scares the shit out of me. Okay, because I've been a passenger in that thing on the interstate, and that scares the shit out of me. So, and you would think with the additional weight in the car, it would make a difference, but it doesn't make a difference. I mean, I had VW Beetles in my youth, and they were bad enough on the interstate, but that thing is even tinier and lighter. As a foot and sometimes vehicle traveler who looked like a hippie. Too many. I learned about being target. Yes. Yeah, and you're a little car like that. It's, I mean, when the semi goes by and it's like, you get blown down the highway. He, what the hell? He ran over something, and it lifted his front wheels off the ground. Was that what happened? He ran over, yeah, and he was out of control. Okay, I forget what the hell happened. I'll talk to him tomorrow. Oh, he's here. Oh no, he left. Sorry, I'll talk to him about it tomorrow. He told me what the hell it was. But he ran over something, and he had to keep going until this, whatever it was he ran over, went out from under the car. I forget what the fuck it was. But it was scary as shit. If he had a normally sized automobile, he would have gone over, wouldn't have even hit the undercarriage, I don't think. Scary. Yeah, I know what you mean about being a hippie and being a target. And being in a small car and being a target. I was hippie for a lot of years. 68 to 80. Then I got a straight job working for the state as a liquor control special agent. And then I fooled him for the next 29 years. I wake and baked every day. every day because I didn't want them to know what I was like when I was straight, just in case I came to work stoned one day. Well, I came to work stoned every day. So, and got promoted twice. So I showed them. Oh, I missed 420 again. These guys have to pay more attention. Every interaction was cool, though. Once attempt to set up was with a hash by was apparently made as well. An attempt by soldiers near base looking for acid. None of them folks read right. None of them folks read right. This is only out by Marengo Valley, California, a long time ago. Later learned the bases were cracking down on acid and local cops were targeting people who ultimately hit meth cookers. I see. Yeah, I wasn't around in the meth lab days. I was already doing the job I was doing. 60s and 70s was when I was in the hippie thing. I gave it up raising a family and all. You know, not that I wasn't raising my family through the 70s, but I had to get more serious about it. Private education and all, you know. You know, high school was more expensive than grade school. And Reaganomics, inflation, frustration, salvation. So I'm just guessing, but it all fits that them were moments where trouble was averted. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, the place I was working for was turning in a direction I didn't care for. They were hiring people that weren't promotable. And it wasn't like that up until then. They devised a method by which people could pick orders in the warehouse without actually picking up the products and reading the labels. People were picking by location. And this created added work for people above them who had to check their orders. Nobody ever had to check the orders before that because people would read the labels and compare that to what was written on the order. Now that people were picking by location, somebody had to check the order to make sure that the products were correct. Therefore, the people in the warehouse who were picking the orders couldn't be promoted because they didn't know what the products were. So they were hiring people at a lower pay scale because now they could hire idiots off the street to pick orders. So the whole system was falling apart because they needed people who knew what the products were so that they could promote them to positions in the office where they could take orders. And since I was the head person in the office, and I could see that people under me were perhaps not happy with the positions they were in and might be considering leaving the company, I was concerned about who was going to replace them, because you couldn't hire people off the street to take orders from veterinarians for pharmaceuticals and hospital supplies if you didn't know what the fuck you were talking about. You didn't know what you were talking about if you didn't work in the warehouse and actually pick up the products and read the fucking labels and learn what the products were. So I was fed up with having to deal with people who were not promotable. And I brought this to the attention of the home office. And I've been working for the company for over 10 years at that time. And they sent the comptroller from the home office up to the Chicago office. The home office was in Springfield. They sent comptroller up to Chicago to talk to me about the situation. And he sat me down and talked to me about the whole thing. And I told him, he told me that that when I got to be his age, that I would understand things about the operation of the business better than I would understand the business the operation more clearly. And I said, "You dumb fuck, I'm 2 years older than you are." And I said, "I resign." And within 6 months' time, they sold it to the company to a holding company. And within 6 months after that, they went under. So I think I made the right move. This house where heavy metal was played near 24/7, meth and metalheads with musical instruments makes for a potent combo. Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, the lifestyle killed many, if not most. I feel fortunate to so illustrious. I'm having trouble pronouncing it. I know what you mean. Observe the harms which that kind of usage does bring. Yeah, I understand. I knew some people who were into some pretty heavy shit, and I avoided that as well. What I avoided was a life of crime at a much younger age, and I did that by going into the military, and it was probably the best decision I ever made. I survived a couple of seasons. Don't know how many more seasons I would have lived if I'd stayed. Yeah, well, the two guys I hung around with primarily were Bob Maffali and Bill Marco. And Bob Maffali is a Class X felon who will never see the light of day. He'll be in prison forever and ever if he's still alive. And Bill Marco was found sitting in his garage in his car with a syringe in his arm. So I'm grateful for the decision I made to join the Army. So at age 17. So I think I did the right thing. Those little decisions ain't so little. Yeah, well, I'm glad I did, you know. Good choice for everyone, I'm sure. Well, not for Bob and Bill. Not so much for them, you know. But I was the only one that wasn't Italian, and I think I was kind of a chump. So probably a good thing I left. But I mean, stealing cars and shit was one thing, but snatching old ladies' purses at Christmas time, I couldn't go there. There were no credit cards back then. It was all cash. So no, I wasn't going to do that. I'm going to end the show. I'm going to order up those shrimp, I think. Shrimp sounds good. Reality changes. It's difficult for people to get out of drug cycles. Yes. Yes, it is. I've seen that numerous times, believe me. But anyway, thanks for coming by. And remember, there's nothing funny about peace, love, and understanding. And hope to see you soon. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. And love you too. And take care. And stay friendly out there. Okay? We'll see you.